What is the difference between disobedience and rebellion? In this video, I'm going to explain the difference, some reasons for both, and some steps you can take if your child is displaying rebellious behaviors. I'm Holly McLean, the Mommy Answer Lady, and I'm a certified parent educator, parent of 9, and I'm all about helping parents stop struggling with children's bad behavior and showing them how to grow their relationship at the same time. If that interests you, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, please just take a moment right now to like this page or subscribe to this channel and share. A lot of people think that if a child is disobedient, that they are rebellious. This isn't actually the case. Sometimes a child is just disobedient but not rebellious, and sometimes disobedience is because of rebellion. Does that sound confusing? Let's first define the two so the difference is clear. Disobedience is when a child does something they were told not to do or does not do something they were told to do. The root of the action of disobedience alone is weakness to temptation. Rebellion is a passive or openly displayed action in defiance of an authority with the intent and expectation of a negative reaction or confrontation. The root of the action of rebellion is anger and mistrust. Disobedience is often used as a way to display rebellion. So the action of disobedience isn't always done in rebellion. For instance, if a child wants a cookie and they know they shouldn't get one, but are so tempted by it that they sneak and take one anyway, that is not rebellion. They are not doing it in defiance. They are doing it because of a weakness to temptation. There is a hope in their mind that they will not get caught and do not have any intent of a negative reaction or confrontation because they don't expect you will find out, and the root of their action is not anger. But the action of rebellion is for the purpose of showing an authority that they will not comply. Therefore, a rebellious child will look at you and take the cookie while you watch. Or they will sneak it and expect you will find out and be ready for the confrontation so that they can express their anger. Sometimes rebellion is displayed by disobedience or in a more passive way with an attitude, but it is always rooted in anger. And something to note, a child can start out with disobedience, and this can turn into rebellion when they become angry at the correction. If there is an underlying, well-rooted trust between the parent and the child, the rebellion quickly leaves and obedience comes. If there's a broken trust, the rebellion continues, and so does the disobedience. There are 3 possibilities when disobedience happens. Number 1, they're just disobedient because of a desire for something they can't have. No anger is involved. When corrected, they comply. This is not rebellion. Number 2, they are disobedient without being rebellious, but become rebellious when corrected. Number 3, they are disobedient and defiant because they are angry at their authority for telling them they cannot have what they want. This is full-on rebellion and is not necessarily about the immediate circumstance, but has an underlying root of anger involved. What are some of the ways rebellion is displayed? It can be displayed aggressively or passively. Aggressively is when they are directly disobedient and expect a confrontation immediately. Passively is when they display behaviors that are not as direct as with an attitude or action that is intended to annoy or discourage an authority. Some passive ways children may display rebellion are not responding to vocal commands or interactions, having a pouty or contrary attitude, obeying a command slowly or without effort. Depending on how they do it, they can passively refuse to participate in activities with the family, at school, or at church, or they can do it aggressively. Some more aggressive ways would be open defiance of rules in full view of the parent, shouting names or negative angry words, throwing things or displaying destructive behaviors towards property, screaming or crying or having a temper tantrum to manipulate a situation. In older children, these are some additional signs of rebellion: using foul language in front of a parent, wearing inappropriate clothing, makeup, or hairstyles, damaging their body with piercings, tattoos, damaging property, smoking, using drugs or alcohol, being involved in destructive relationships, showing outward displays against the parent's religious beliefs or family rules. Clearly, these behaviors are destructive to the child as well as to their relationship with their parents and others. Rebellion against parents never results in something good. I'm going to post a video soon called How to Avoid Raising a Rebellious Child, so I want to suggest you look that one up. But for now, here are some steps you can take to help your child if they are displaying signs of rebellion now. First, recognize rebellion in all forms, including passive rebellion. Second, think about what you might have done unwittingly to contribute to the anger and mistrust they are feeling. Be really honest with yourself and think, what would cause them to have mistrust in you? Could it be inconsistency? Have you been dishonest in some way? Have you given constant correction without constant encouragement? Could it be hypocrisy of some kind? Unreasonable rules or expectations? Or maybe they do not feel significant because you have not spent enough time with them individually, listening to their concerns, thoughts, and ideas without criticism. Third, change the narrative of the situation. A great way to do this is to have a sit-down discussion with them without accusing. Talk to them about their display of rebellion with an attitude of understanding, letting them know that you realize they may feel angry and have mistrust. For instance, if you believe they are rebellious because you have been inconsistent, apologize to them for not being consistent and assure them this is going to change right now. No matter the reason, apologize for your part in it. Let them express their feelings and don't interrupt. Ask questions and listen. This is not a time to make statements unless they are apologies. Fourth, ask them about solutions. By this time, they will likely acknowledge there is a problem. Instead of stating the way things will be, ask them for their ideas on solutions. Listen carefully and consider their ideas. Give them suggestions that you believe might work, but be open to their reactions and get them on board with a plan to remedy the problem. They will be much more likely to cooperate with the plan if they have been a part of constructing it. Fifth, resolve as a parent that aggressive or passive rebellion should not be allowed in any form. Resolve that your children will be corrected with teaching and training if they talk back, disobey, pout, whine, cry, unless honestly hurt, or otherwise show any sort of aggressive or passive action that is inconsistent with happy compliance. And resolve that you will not react in anger, but that you will react with a plan that will teach and train them while building up a relationship of trust. As I said before, there is going to be a video posted soon called How to Avoid Raising a Rebellious Child that will give you some more details about what parents unwittingly do to cause their children to become rebellious and how to avoid those actions and behaviors. If you want to know when that video posts, please be sure to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video with those you believe might benefit. Parents, you can do this. Thanks for watching.